Strinova is a game with a lot of unique features. It can be hard to know what to do in any given situation, but fortunately I have for you 10 tips that will improve your gameplay. Number 10. Choose grenades that complement your character. The default grenades are frag and heal, which aren't bad grenades, but you want to switch to grenades that work well with your abilities. Are you a character with sonar abilities that let you see enemies through walls? Use smoke grenades so that you can shoot them without them seeing you. Are you a support who plays back behind your team? You probably won't get many opportunities to use aggressive grenades, so the heal is nice. Think about your character's playstyle and what your character's abilities are, then choose utility that complements that. As a quick note, you can choose the default grenades for each character in the agent screen on the menu so that you don't have to change it in-game. Number 9. Peek right, not left. Since your character model is on the left side of the screen, you can get an angle advantage when holding and peeking on your right. This makes it easier to hit enemies while leaving more of your body behind cover. Number 8. Keep high ground as much as possible. In this game, there is a lot of verticality and a lot of quick movement. There are people all over the place, and the best way to keep yourself safe and keep an eye on the map is to stay above people. If you want or need to play on low ground for some reason, try to stay near a climbable wall so you can retake high ground when necessary. Number 7. If you are close enough to an enemy, your crosshair does not have to be on them to hit them. The game will also accept shots that would hit based on where your gun barrel is pointing, which is represented by this red circle. This pretty much only works on enemies who are to your left, since that side of the screen is where your gun is on. Both your crosshair and your barrel position are valid targets, but it will prioritize shooting the person who is closer to you. If you struggle to hit shots, you can try aiming slightly to the right and letting your gun do a little bit of auto aim. For number 6.5, you should subscribe to the channel. That way you won't miss a video and you can learn even more about the game. Number 6. Group up when pushing. As a general rule, you want to play near the rest of your team. It's okay to have a flanker or split push, but staying close to your team lets them trade you, revive you, and your team can take space quicker. In a game like Valorant, you don't want to all push together because you can get your whole team shut down with some utility. But in Strinova, the maps are so open that being in line of sight of your team helps tremendously. Remember, numbers advantage. Number 5. Buy upgrades that unlock your awaken abilities as quickly as possible. Every character has them, and it has different upgrades that they must buy in order to unlock them. Most of the awaken abilities make you much better, so you want to get them as soon as you can afford it. Number 4. For characters with slow-firing semi-auto guns like shotguns or DMRs, you should be sidestepping. If your sidestep is on hold instead of toggle, you can hold it down and weave in and out of paper mode while firing shots. This makes you much harder to kill. Number 3. Use abilities before dying. This one seems obvious, but think of it this way. When you play a character like Celestia, you're partially doing that so you can heal. If you take fights before your team and die first, you get no value from the Celestia pick. If you're playing Michelle and you want to swing off your turret's contact, taking a fight before the enemies reach your turrets makes playing Michelle pointless. Every character has a reason to play them, and you want to make sure you get value from your character choice before going in aggressively. Number 2. Don't jump in fights. When you jump, your momentum is easy to track. You can mitigate this a little by double jumping, which changes your momentum midair, but even so, it's not as good as staying on the ground. On the ground, you can go flat, and that makes you harder to hit, but if you go into paper mode in the air, you are still a reasonably big target from your opponent's perspective. 95% of the time, stay on the ground when fighting. Number 1. Instead of running, jump and glide around the map whenever possible. This not only makes you harder to hit, but it's faster than sprinting. The fastest characters in the game with a sprint speed upgrade have a movement speed of 65, but the base glide movement speed is 66, even without the Stringify movement speed upgrade. By the way, you should buy the Stringify movement speed upgrade over the Stringify movement damage decrease, because it will make your map rotations quicker, and timing is really important in a shooter like Strinova. That's going to be it for the video. If there are any helpful tips or tricks you've learned that I didn't mention here, leave a comment down below. I may even use them in a future video. I've been CJ. See ya.